When you've got the education secretary saying that she's been around schools, she's visited the Portacabins, and children petitioned me to say they actually preferred the Portacabin to the classroom, there's a point at which you just want to scream. This is the education secretary. This is the person who is presiding over the failure of her ministry to alert schools in a timely way to the fact that some of them will have to close or redecorate. This is the person who should have been on the ball and arranging funding to cover these eventualities, to make sure that a perfectly foreseeable building problem with using a building material which has a shelf life of 30 years is eventually going to run out, and nothing had been done. Now, of course, she could blame her predecessors. There's plenty of them to blame. For example, Gavin Williamson. I'd love to shove a pile of blame on him. But to run around the place and deify Portacabins over classrooms is madness, utter madness. This is the person who had previously said that A-levels or university degrees, poo-pooing these things. This is a person who doesn't deserve to be the education minister. This is a person who simply doesn't have the capacity to understand or to lead by example. And I find it extraordinary. Of course, I salute her resilience and I salute her determination. These are good things. But her obsession with making with trying to make a bad thing look good is simply wrong. A bad thing is bad, and you have to accept that. You failed an exam. You failed an exam. You go back and you do it again. Or you find an alternative. But you don't dismiss the exam system itself, as she did. You don't dismiss classrooms themselves, as she has effectively done by talking about this Portacabin sanctuary. No, she is wrong. She leads by an example which is the example of giving up. And I don't think it would matter which ministry she was leading. And maybe she is speaking for the entire drinks cabinet when she speaks. Maybe this is what the health minister thinks. Maybe this is what the Home Office thinks. Maybe this is what the Foreign Office thinks. Just make do with a bad job. Maybe this is what Brexit means. I don't want to make do with a bad job. I want to set my sights on perfection. More than that, it's written there biblically. Be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. Even if we accept that no one is good, no one is perfect, except God alone, we accept that we are going to fail. We accept we are not going to reach the dizzying heights of absolute success. But we cannot even hope to get anywhere unless we aim for the top. If we aim vaguely as a sniper to strike the shirt, we're going to go wide. If we aim for a button, we might hit the shirt itself. I think that's a line from a film called Sniper. I don't know why that came back to me, but there we are. It's, our goals need to be goals, not resignation to second best. And if all this government can offer is second best, then it needs to clear out.